Hey guys, good afternoon. It's about 1:30 or so. We just got that video up from this morning, Marine One landing at the White House. I was inside. That was a pretty cool video. Check the link up here in that corner. I got to do a honeydew errand. Believe it or not, we ran out of rice. All right, that's for a family from Hong Kong. Running out of rice is like a crime worse than death. So I'm gonna take you over to this little Japanese grocery store. Real tiny place run by a couple old Japanese ladies. Really nice. And we're gonna get some rice and maybe a few other things. So this place here at 17th and U Northwest, this is Hana Market. It's a tiny, tiny little Japanese market, but they have pretty much everything you need. So let's go take a look and see if they got my rice. Kids like these little rice cakes. Wacky Japanese toys. Where's the Yoshi? So for those of you who don't know, Yoshinoya is like the Taco Bell of Japanese food. And they sell these like microwavable beef and onion. Yeah, so this is gyudon. You put this on top of rice. It's delicious. It takes 2 minutes to cook. Okay, another successful visit to Hana Market. Got some rice here. Now, when we moved back to America 4 years ago, this 15-pound bag of rice was like 25, maybe 30 bucks. It's now almost $50. A bit mental. The rice comes from California. It's not like it's being flown halfway across the world or anything. So I was all too happy to help the wife out with a rice run over to the Japanese market because it's just next to Adams Morgan. And if those of you who remember properly, Adams Morgan is where the god of French fries live. Yeah, Amsterdam Falafel House. Let's go get some fries. Yep. There's the triple X of the Amsterdam flag. Fries. Thank you. We got fries, we got fries, we got fries. And we cannot wait. Let's go down here. Precious. Precious. You guys have like no idea how amazing these fries are. They're really yummy. This will give me a good start for the day. Okay guys, so it's, I don't know, maybe 4 o'clock about, and we're back down at the White House. There's a big event at 5 o'clock. I'm not going to cover because, well, I got to pick up my kids around 5. Whoa, let's go wander down to the Vips, see how things are looking there. Maybe go over to the monuments a bit. Maybe even get a hot dog. Nah, we won't get a hot dog. So I mentioned in my video earlier that now that the fence is done around the White House itself, they're going to start fencing in the entire White House compound. And you see over there, that little fence. Hang on a second. Okay, camera was being silly. But you see over there, that little fence that's only like 3 feet high or whatever, yeah? Well, that is going to grow to 14 feet high in the next year or two once they get the funding. And they're gonna ring the entire White House complex, which includes the Treasury and the Eisenhower building, in the gigantic fence. I don't think it'll reduce the number of fence alarms that go off because it's usually squirrels or wind or steam, but it'll look bigger and more impressive, I guess. One of you asked me if they had taken off the name Federal Reserve from the Federal Reserve building. And, I don't think they have, because I think it was actually carved into the stone, but, we're close. Why don't we just wander over there and take a look, yeah? Not much else to do. There's the OAS. This is their little art gallery out here. That's a bunch of rocks, but I guess it's art. And then there's the bust of some famous poets and artists and some other random stuff. That's a pipe, but again, art. Let's go down this way. Okay, so you guys asked if the Federal Reserve sign has been taken off the building. It never was on this building. This was a Department of the Interior building. But the Fed headquarters is the next block, and we'll go wander over there. This one is being renovated as part of the renovation. What does it say? Site, slurry wall, a 1951 building. Wow. Also includes the Eccles building. Water upgrades, yada, yada, yada. No parking laws. Boy, look at all the paper they've got here. After-hour permits. What's this one for? Public space parking, water approval. Engineering, sheeting and shoring work, asbestos abatement, yada, yada, sheeting, shoring. Man, they got so much paperwork. Anyway, if you want, there's a link. I'll put a link in the description so you guys can see what it's going to look like once it's all renovated. This thing's been going on for years. I mean, I think even before Trump, they started talking about renovating this. So it'll look cool once it's done, probably. But I talked to a guy from the Fed, a few months ago, and he said that only a third of his office is actually working in the office. Most of them are still working from home. He's kind of like, why are we rebuilding this building when we're not sure we're going to be back working there? We're just going to work from home. Traffic is picking up. This is the main road out to Virginia from this part of town. And they just hit 4 o'clock, so there's no parking on this road. They're going to be towing cars pretty soon if they see any. All right, let's keep going down this way. Dress code. Looks like a guy from the Village People. I'm surprised more people haven't graffiti vandalized stuff like that with Village People or something funny like that. I don't know. DC doesn't have a sense of humor. Okay. This building, the Eccles building, this is the Federal Reserve headquarters. The old one, the one everyone's most familiar with. And there, yep, right up on top. Can you guys see it? It still says Federal Reserve right underneath that big eagle-looking thing. So, no, they haven't taken down the sign Federal Reserve from the building in answer to one of your comments earlier today. Let's just wander all the way around the back. Just because we're here, and well, we don't have much else to do. Actually, I think the Vice President is coming back shortly from South Carolina. She's going to have an event at the White House. So she's probably going to motorcade in. The Vice President doesn't fly into the White House. She motorcades. She flies to her house, the U.S. Naval Observatory. I've filmed that a few times. But I don't think she'd fly up there and then drive back to the White House. It's probably just as fast to drive right to the White House. Oh wow, they put up a little construction building there. They're going to be here for a while. I think it's going to take a couple years. You can see over on this side because the fence is just chain link. You can see all the equipment they're storing up. That big area over there between the two wings of this building, that's going to be glassed over, and they're going to create this giant atrium. I don't know what they need a giant lobby for, but it's going to look cool. Maybe we'll put a cafeteria in there or something neat. This is the National Academy of Sciences and the National Academy of Medicine. They just give out money for grants to science and medicine. I think engineering as well. Yeah, that whole area there behind those bricks that they're tearing down, that's going to have a giant glass covered roof. And then they're going to have a giant atrium here. It's going to be pretty massive. Yeah, night squirrels in the bushes there. That building back there, that is a Federal Reserve building still today. That is an operational building. There's two more on K Street down at 18th. This is C as in Charlie. So you go down to K. There's two more Fed buildings that they've leased basically. But once they do this massive renovation, everybody will be down here and not as spread out all over the city. So this is the back entrance to the Fed. This is where CNBC used to set up a camera whenever there was a Federal Reserve governors meeting, and they would film the different governors come in and try to divine based on how many books or boxes they were carrying what would happen to interest rates. Didn't really work. Oh, we could do this. So the other day, one of you said, could you please stop and show us the picture? Well, the picture's in the link in the description, but if you don't want to follow the link in the description, we will stop here. So check this out. This is the new Fed layout. It's going to have this glass roof and the atriums, and then there's the other building. And my phone is ringing. Okay, so that is the backside of the Department of the Interior building, and it's under a major renovation. I mean, they've gutted the thing. I mean, look at some of these windows. These windows are just frames now. But this will be part of the Fed's building now as well. Matching set. I guess they're going to cover those little areas too and make atriums for more space. Yeah, here it is. Whatever this park, whatever these flowers are. I think these are magnolias or dogwoods, but they're coming into bloom big time. I think if we have a couple warm days this week, this whole park is going to be white. Yeah? What do you think these guys are? Magnolias? I don't think they're dogwoods. You guys are better at identifying trees than me. This one gets a lot of sun, so it's already starting to bloom. This whole park is full of them. No water, but they do have pretty trees. Just a few more days, a week at most. I think we're going to have a park full of white stuff. Purple and white. All right, let's go back toward the White House. Hey guys, so that was the rest of my day. Really good French fries, no hot dog. Such is life. Anyway, I gotta get out of the city, go back out to the country, but I will be back in Washington tomorrow. We'll show you more helicopters. We'll show you Congress maybe. We'll show you a museum. I don't know. Just come back tomorrow. We'll see. Bye-bye.